Welcome everybody to Dark Souls 2. Yet again. Apparently the only game on the planet. So last time we managed to thaw out the whole castle area. And that opened up several new paths. In fact, I don't think I fully explored the ones that did open up. So it's best to go back and check. Yeah, we're approaching the end of the game. Gonna have to figure out what to do next. Alright, we're off to a really good start. A fantastic start, 10 out of 10. Gonna be flying through this game, no problem. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next. After this. Because we all know the third game's a myth. It's in the same state as like Half-Life 3. Theoretically exists, but nobody's ever seen it. Really be using my Great Heal spell for that. Or at more opportune times. Bonk. Oh, there you are. Isn't there an item up here? Yes, but it looks like a more complicated path. Eh. Well, I was cutting it a bit close. It don't matter. The only hit point that really matters is the last one. It's like warfare. It's not about who's right. It's about who's left. And other such philosophical quotes you can tell yourself to make yourself stand to be smart. Good explanation, brain. That requires 60 faith. And 60 faith for a hex. I would expect that to be on a miracle. Oh, not open. Backstab. We'll count that as a backstab because it hit him. I mean, as long as you're mostly correct, people will think you're right. So yes, that was a backstab. In the sense that it was a stab. Let's see, Bright Bug. No, that one's a mimic. Pumpkins. Let's open those first two, hoping that they weren't trying to kill me. Feeling generous today, game. Night slab. Get back up. That's one of the curly ones. I'm still surprised nobody ever found a mimic in Elden Ring. Like, that's the one thing you expect to find in any FromSoft game. Even Bloodborne sort of had their own version of it. Wasn't necessarily a mimic, but it was like a... how do I describe it? Like something that could have posed for a mimic. It's one of those weird monsters coming out of like a chest. How it's just piles and piles of skeletons on top of each other. We actually might have considered making that a mimic at one point, but went against it. And instead turned it into more of a regular enemy. Not really an opportunity wasted. We got good use out of it. Or more likely, they're just so aware of the reputation they have. They know they can't pull the same trick again. I mean, I say they could. Ow. We ain't got enough from that. You wielding. Not the best movement. Hey, no. No drinking. We are in prohibition. Alcohol is forbidden. This is open. Probably that oddly textured door. Wow. Just like in Doom. Or you see a misaligned texture and know you're in a secret, gonna find a secret wall. Or the level maker got lazy. Durgo's hat. Boosts range of bows. Monocled hat favored by blue-eyed Durgo. Extends arrow range. The hero Durgo, an expert bowman, and his brother-in-law defended their homeland from aggressors. In spite of Lanifar's policy of isolationism, Durgo was well known even beyond its domain. I look like a jackass. Puts my bell hat back on. Much more fashionable these days. Nope. Bonk. Yee. Right then. Outlet down there. And does this just loop back around? No, I haven't been here before. My timing is all mixed up. I can't target him. Yep, still underwhelming. Uh-oh. We're gonna pretend that never happened. Oh boy, now I get to figure out how to get back there. I mean, really, it won't be that bad. Do I have ring of binding? Yes, okay. Might be able to run past most of everything. Bit of a boring way to do things. But that's the staple of the Souls series. Ignoring all your enemies. They have been ignored. Right, there it goes. Are they... Oh, they are still following me. That's not good. Drink. Drink again. Well, I think that was like don't know. I don't know how many I lost there. I might be able to get closer to that spot from a different bonfire. On second thought, maybe not. Well, we're here anyway, might as well look around. You open? You do not open. Door, you are going against your singular purpose. Your secondary purpose is to be closed. Ah. That's why I can't go back. The stairs are broken. Well, anyway. And the golems have come to life. You know, like in Dragon Lake. Castle. Gotta add the castle part. Oh, this sucks. Ow. Ow. Good. 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 Yes, that was my plan all along. It was a method to separate them, and not because I couldn't think of anything else to do. Don't you kick me like that. These constructs of stone really have no manners. Look at that, he even delayed his backhand. Oh shit, now the other one's up. Oop. Oop. Oh, no grab. Please excuse me for a second. I have a phone call. You think that the people who made these would put two of them in a pit and watch them fight? I mean, like, the idea of somebody creating artificial life and getting really bored is a funny combination. Like, when they're bored, do you think they just create, like, a little fella? And have him dance around for a little bit? As a means of amusement? I mean, I know I would. I cannot be trusted to play God. Ooh, dragon bones. More importantly... you got the best helm. Eh, sort of. It's more of like a farming joke item, but... it does have jiggle physics. Incredible. Truly what was lacking. I mean, it didn't have it in the first game, so that's obviously an upgrade. What's that thumping? Mm-hmm. Empty room. Body. No loot. Probably typical of you, game. Shit. Yeah. Right as the heal went off. Hey, 222 deaths. That's a 3 of a kind. Aha, I have ignored thee. I have gone against the developer's wishes. Dear God. No bueno. Okay, take 3. Or 4. Welcome to Dark Souls 2. Every room needs at least 3 enemies. Like, they really don't want you to run past things in this game. That ain't gonna stop me. Good miss. Frank. Get stabbed twice. Once. Risky play. Camera. Focus. Lock on. Oh good, there's no one up here. Wait, this is where that one guy was. The man who disguised himself as a barrel. I managed to go in a complete circle without realizing it. It is within the realm of possibility. Okay, I am getting worse at this. I know I said that a lot. That's like one of my 3 default phases. Phrases. Not phases. I'm not a boss fight. And even if I was, I'd only have 1 phase. Like, let's be honest, I'm like one of the early game bosses you fight. Not one of the fun or memorable ones, just kind of a roadblock. I am a speed bump. Sometimes that's what you gotta take in life. Sometimes you just gotta be a speed bump. Welcome to Cotin Trench. You feel like I'd be a tutorial NPC? Eh, possibly. I mean, looking at my little design, I actually say I'd be more like a storekeeper. Or maybe like an NPC that gives you a random fetch quest. Oh, damn it. You doing good? Can I access the box? Yes. And I'm going to need to kill the third one. Possibly. Oh, Steppy. No, nope, nope, no grab, no grab, no grab. I'm not dead. But you took half my souls. You stole my money. And you stole my money. Everybody's taking what I have. Don't like it. Yeah, it's IRS all over again. That don't do shit. I shouldn't be surprised. Lightning doesn't do well against ground types. These guys aren't really that tough. But they are incredibly durable. There we are. I didn't even get my money back that the other guy stole from me. I know you can't really tell because I'm blocking the meter. Or counter. Carved greatsword. Stick Drake blood, so I hand her. Oops. Where is it? Where is it? Axe, mace, hammers, more hammers, clubs, spears. Did I just hallucinate a weapon? 'Did we all saw that, right? That I did pick something up. Oh, there it is. 28 strength, 26 dex. Can't use it. Eh, looks neat. As far as piles of rock go. I'll stick with my other pile of rock, though. Thank you for the offer. And I politely decline. We're just gonna ignore that. Make it somebody else's problem. Never mind, he's gonna work to make himself my problem. God let him live another day on Earth and decided to make it everybody's issue. This is what happens when you give rocks free will. Just like Frankenstein. Except now it's flesh rather than rocks, but my point still stands. That which is dead should not come back alive. And that's my argument for why we should stop doing reboots. Oh, a knight. With a frog helmet. Knight of Eamloy seeks to chaos. 1 down, 2 to go. I do wonder about the design of that helmet, if it was purely for tournaments or just meant for battle. Oh, we're back here now. I mean, it looks like it would excel at either one. But it seems more like a tournament helm. Given the higher sides, it would be more protective during jousting. Surely the content you all come here for. Medieval era armor theorizing. Although the frog helmet might be closer to Renaissance era. It is a later design. Actually, to my knowledge, most plate armor doesn't come around until the Renaissance. Full plate armor, to be specific. Partial stuff existed since, like, the 1300s. Even early if you want to count Roman stuff. Since, in a way, that was a form of plated armor. Then Rome got invaded by non-barbarians and people forgot how to make aqueducts. I believe that's how history goes. I skipped over a few important things, but that's like the general gist of it. I cannot be expected to cover everything about the Roman Empire. In like 5 minutes. Well, that would be like a... For somebody more ambitious than I, that would be a really good choice for a video topic. Kind of like that entire history of the entire history of the world in 20 minutes video. He wasn't kidding when he said entire history either. He starts from the very, very beginning. Like before the creation of existence. That's long ago. So long ago it might not have even existed. Or maybe it did. Or maybe the creation of our existence is the death of an older one, and we're in sort of like a cyclical loop. And our entire perception of reality, or life itself and existence in itself, is just an Ouroboros, constantly eating its own tail. That'd be stupid. And that, dear viewer, is how you reject the idea of a scientific principle. Or theory. Or really anything. You just say nuh-uh, and believe hard enough. It's flawless logic. Ah. Stairs are broken. Honk. Tee. You know, speaking of believing hard enough, I watched a video earlier on, what was it? What was his name? Zhang Chong. No, Zhang, the Chinese warlord during the 1910s, 1920s. General 86 Pence. The guy with the big penis. I forgot where I was gonna go with this. Oh, new miracle. But in short, he created his own currency, which is always a bad idea, and absolutely insisted that no matter what, it is the same value as other currencies, so it can be traded 1-to-1. I'm oversimplifying here. And you know what? It worked. He believed so hard in his currency that he got what he wanted. Which is more to say that the people he paid it to just beat the shit out of anyone until they accepted it. Hey, there's both the invisible hand of the free market and the very visible fist of a customer. And yes, I am stealing jokes from other people. Thank God I'm not a stand-up comedian. That certainly would never stand. Imagine being a world-famous stand-up comedian, but none of your material is original. That certainly never happened before. See, the joke is it actually has. Several times, in fact. Yeah, it just brings me around here. Plagiarism is fun. It's a fun topic for the whole family. Jeez. Splintering Lightning Spear, 50 faith. Developed from a primal miracle, launches splintering spears of lightning. Ever since miracles came to be, learned men have endeavored to rework and remold them to their satisfaction. This is one such effort. And it's true for any sort of art craft. Art, craft, technique. Really anything. We'll always shape things to what they want, to what we want them to be.
I knew you.
Because something indomitable human spirit. Chunk, chunk.
I'll be around.
I'll be around if you make it back.
You've been long. Well,
He does know that I can't actually die, right?
no interest.
I don't think anybody else sells Titanite chunks. Maybe Orange Facts, but I don't want to go there again. Alright, where am I? Where am I? Okay, I think I vaguely know where. My almost exact location. There's one problem with castles. They all look like castles. And I was wondering when you're gonna show up. Don't even... Don't get any sort of notification from him. How unusual. A friendly phantom just randomly appearing and not attacking. Oh, okay. That's neat. Too bad I missed. Yeah, but I know your game, Malcolm. Waiting for me to do something. Oh, there we go. He realizes jig is up. And now now he's gonna run away. And heal. Yeah, they gave this guy a brain. Oh, he also throws corrosive urns. It really made him evil. There we go. His brain broke for a second. Oh, nope, he's gonna run away again. Yeah, this guy will lead you on a chase. And it's really funny. And now it kind of turns into a game of, wait, where'd he go? Such perfect enemy NPC design. By mimicking a human player, you create more memorable characters that would otherwise be forgotten. You know, like Kirk. He should have been forgotten. But because he has some sort of story connection, actually remember him a little bit. Well, that and he invades you 3 times, but that's a different point entirely. Anyway, where do you run off to? Oh, Malcolm. Where are you? Oh, seriously, where is he? In the corner? Yes, he is. Ow. Jesus. Ah, damn it. He even does a decapitate taunt. What a little shit they made him. I love it. Now, is he immediately going to be hostile? Or is he going to pull the same trick again? I guess he's going to be immediately hostile, because he knows his game is up. Now his AI just resets. And a bit of a shame. I could hear him healing. The madman. Okay, he's over there. Thank you, Dark Souls 2 Jank, for letting me see health bars through walls. Not a bug, it's a feature. Sonic's after me too. Look, just because you haven't had a good game in like 20 years or something, doesn't mean you can take out your anger on me. Okay, it's probably over there. Yeah, he's over there. Yeah, you don't get to taunt. You didn't kill me that time, the hamster did. It's just a funny little encounter. I wonder if Dark Souls 3 ever did anything like that for their invaders. I mean, it wouldn't be too difficult. Well, for like some of the more basic gimmicks you could easily implement. Like disguising as different props and moving to a certain location. Something like that. So a little chase sequence would definitely be more complicated to make, though. But it could work. Prep the arena. Me. Okay, Woody right there. Okay, let's try this again. Hello, obviously not an enemy. I think he's trying to get behind you so he can backstab. You can kind of body block him. To give chase. Ow. Nope, 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 nope. He's running again. Running again. And then you gotta heal off. Yeah, but not a full one. I forgot Lances can stun lock. Okay, so welcome to the next 3 hours of my life. Trying to kill one NPC. Heh. Oink. Nope, nope, they're... Stupid wizards. Why can't they use proper magic like miracles? It's heretical, I say. Okay, now we're good. And every time he does a friendly gag. There we go. Again, I know it's just his AI resetting. Something about it feels a bit more, I don't know, rude. Like its developers openly laughing at you. Now considering who the developers are, I would not be surprised if that was the case. Gotcha. Yeah, you ain't getting up from that. Malcolm has been terminated. No more shall I endure his, mild annoyances. Anyway, where do we go now? I think there's a lever up there. There it is. Open the door. Nice cave. Nice ice cave. Nice ice cave with some spice. I run out of ice words. Hey, don't slide around on the ground. And oh god, there's a leopard seal. I mean, what else would you call that? A reskin of the Covetous Demon? Nobody remembers who the Covetous Demon is. It's a leopard seal. With albinism. And indigestion. That didn't do much. Oh, she's gonna roll. You're rolling. You rolled. He's rolling again. And again. He's spamming his one attack. Even though he has proven to have multiple. Yeah, as far as boss reskins go, this guy's pretty good. It's not even a proper boss. But they made them thematic for the area. It's those extra little steps that show you developers truly do care. Take one of the easiest bosses in base game. You slap a coat of paint on him. Instantly better. Ow. I also believe he has more attack moves than his previous incarnation. And a new ace of style on him. Ivory warrior ring. What'd that do? Attacks greatly reduce enemy stamina. And I think that's more of a PvP item. Right root, crimson water. Little cove. Oop, 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 oop. Varmints. Speaking of crimson water. Go ahead and pop one of those, get some spells back. Oh, sorry, did I intrude? In this public area? This is not your home. In fact, it's nobody's home. It's an abandoned castle. This way. Ah, yes. This is gonna be fun. This might take me a while. It'd be a better idea to swap out weapons. Yeah, let me miss all my swings. Yeah, I gotta swap to my fire mace. I could also use a large club for fun. That's not fire. That's fire. Because I think these guys might have a resistance to lightning. Seeing as most of my damage does come from lightning. Two minus one equals a pain in the ass. Oh, shit, now they're both active. That didn't do anything. Miracle builds keep losing. That damage is comparable. The mace lets me move around faster. Ow. Oh. Yeah. Funny ragdoll. Smack. Ow. Ow. No, not smack me. Smack you. Good. Oop. Oop. Ow. Run away. Rarely run in the opposite direction. It's not a retreat, it's a tactical repositioning. I read my orders to advance backwards. That's why I'm going the other way. Bad idea. Okay, one more still active. One more potentially active. And some hamsters. Okay, yep, he's alive. He's alive and very angry. You ever lost a fight to a rock before? I have. Several times, in fact. Rocks are well-known cheaters. Hardly did anything. Spell looks cool, but it's not particularly effective. Ooh, Twinkling Titanite. That goes on with my... Actually, how many do I have? 43. 43 Twinkling Titanite. It's not that I'm not upgrading anything, it's that what I'm upgrading requires a different material. Like I thought my funny bell helm might be the Twinkling Titanite. No, but it's regular. Everything's regular. Nothing is magical. The sort of high fantasy setting is it's not magical and whimsical. Just miserable. Oink. Okay, swap back to my axe. The damage difference between the two, just numbers wise. Okay, a lot more. I need to go buy some more life gems. That can be done later. The Ferrous Lockstone. Useless item. I know where I am. Now you get to do a little bit of a funny. Assuming I can make it there. Give me about 10 minutes. Actually, no, 5. 5 minutes. Then we can do a funny. Dead, too dead. More crystal golem light. Can't wait that long for a funny haha. Well, it might be coming sooner than expected. It also might be coming later than expected. Gotcha. Okay, quick drink. Oh, my life ring broke. Unfortunate. Damn it, there's another one. Okay, that was terrifying. Can't tell, but I have 91k souls. Oh, thank God the door opens. And we have freed another knight. It's his fancy frog helmet. At least I believe that's what that design is called. And we can do a little funny haha. You see those guys on the bridge down there? There's 3 of them. And there's a snowball right here. We're gonna put 2 and 2 together. And look at that, we made a bridge. That's dumb. It's funny, but it's dumb. Huh. You get a nice look at the whole, The funny would have been haha if you missed them all. Sadly, you can't miss. It's on a predetermined path. You get a nice look at the whole castle, which isn't a castle at all, but more of a city. Look, there's a church. They worship the mystery god. Or a mystery god. This Dark Souls lore is never really expanded upon in any meaningful sense outside of like the main plot. I still want to know what my Dark Souls markets are like. I want to know if they sell onions and carrots. Life gem, cracked eye orb, basil staff. It's a yeah, it's a sorcery thing. Oops. Spell staff is unfit for the inexperienced is evidence of Sage Basil's prowess. So basically, you're saying I'm too dumb. She looks like it'd be really good for a hexer. I should not be continuing. Okay, now I can continue a bit more. And this may lead me back down to the start of that one gauntlet. It did. Okay, run back to Majula, fix a few things. Theoretically get an upgrade. Air my life ring. And nothing can be reinforced. Nothing that I'm using.
stones, you might be... I'll be around.
And pay a quick visit to some of the other merchants. Hey, Laddersmith. Anything interesting? No? Okay.
What?
You need armor?
Nothing new. Yeah, sadly he doesn't sell DLC armor.
Are you sure?
Oh, I might sell that while you're away. No, you won't. I'm your only customer. I made sure of it.
You'll find a great creature, a colossal thing, or something playing the pup. Open the door.
I could buy these for funny. Easier to be detected by enemies. It's a multiplayer item. Ba-doo.
Bear hunt.
Bear seek quest. Yeah, 2 more points in the health. I didn't want to do that. And let's go say hi to the one Iron Keep merchant.
Finally decided to come and visit?
Well, you don't need to be so rude about it. Rame's armor. Oh, he sells Fumite armor. Huh. First bite. See, that's all nice stuff.
I think we're here.
Ooh, another ring.
Very well.
That's +5. Oh, these are lighter. And possibly roughly the same stats. Once they're upgraded. Yeah, I ought to look at Ava's stuff. I mean, let's be honest, at this point in the game I can't really afford to upgrade another boss weapon. Oh, it even uses Twinkling Titanite. Finally got a use for that. Curiosity, what's a Drake Blood Sword upgraded with? Lake, Mira, Thorn Great Sword, Drake Blood Sword, Petrified Dragon Bone.
Now, the scout? Yes. I'll be around.
Okay, so it's not actually better. Well, against elements it is. But it's not as fitting fashion-wise. Oh well. Garrison, inner wall. I think I need to clear out the inner wall. Or I need to get up there? No, that doesn't seem right. No, wait, I already did this path. May just be better going back to the beginning. Because I know there's one more knight to rescue. Or, well, recruit. They don't really need rescuing. They could leave their cells at any time, but they choose not to. It's a one-way path. Simplifies the matter. Sloppy. Very sloppy. I come to think of it, once I'm done with Dark Souls 2, what do I do next? I mean, I was thinking of doing like another RimWorld playthrough, but new expansion is coming soon. And it's going to take time for all the mods to update. And you really can't play RimWorld Vanilla. No, that's a lie. You can. But after a while, some of the modded stuff just feels like vanilla content. I do like all the quality of life features they're adding. And especially the performance enhancements. And as a wondrous addition. Especially the pathfinding. God, base RimWorld pathfinding as it is bad. Just ends up with your columns walking all over the place in random directions. You know, they don't go in a straight line, they zigzag. And they don't need to. How long has the Snyder been here? Yeah, I already got it. That's something I'm looking forward to. Even if I don't end up buying the expansion. The 1.6 changes are nice. Especially for me, the guy that likes having large colonies. And starting with 10 colonists. When you're not supposed to. I guess I could do a few one-off games. I got one called Battle Brothers. That's a... It's kind of like XCOM crossed with Mountain Blade. Where you manage a mercenary company. Go around, kill beasts, bandits, peasants. All for money. It could be like a fun little one-off. Maybe two off, depending on how into it I get. Never properly beaten that game, though. Or gotten past, like, day 100. Which is already, like, your first ending is. Shit, now I want to actually try that. So maybe we'll end up doing Battle Brothers sometime. That would mean a bit more reading from me. Because that game has events, and the writing is surprisingly good. I mean, really, you wouldn't expect a tactical turn-based RPG management game to have excellent writing. But for some reason this one does. I have an anomaly if you ask me, but hey. I'll take it. Oh, I haven't been here yet. Ow. 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 Big ow. I have a new hole in my backside. Good choice of sound effect there, death counter. We're really bouncing off each other now. Comedic duo. Me and the random dice roller. That picks a sound effect. Bonk. Well, halberds don't really go bonk. I assume they make more of a chop or a poke, depending on the end you're hitting them with. I suppose they could go bonk if you hit them with a handle. But it'd be more of like a cardboard tube kind of bonk. Very hollow sounding and ineffective. Rather than proper caveman club. Oh, hey, you're alive. No need to thank me, I'm just doing my job. Let's make a run for it. Don't swing. I said run, not attack. I need to listen to my own advice more. Sometimes it actually is quite good. Oh, Jesus. Seem to have grabbed everybody's attention. Alright, that's a lot of guys. Not equipped to deal with that many guys. I've only got 2 hands and some standards. Think of that statement what you will. Alright, with my superior skill and strategy, i.e. running away and spamming healing, I lived. Sorcerer's Twin Blade? Guess that's cool. I mean, this is a... It does look like a sorcery area. Never make a miracle area. Divine Blessing. Monastery charm. Charming. Dark clutch ring. I like the lightning clutch ring. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Need to get there. Because that should have the last night. And knowing the fight coming up, definitely gonna need all 4 of those knights. To further hammer home my point, I died. And we're not even gonna think about trying the cursed co-op area. You cannot pay me to attempt Horsefuck Valley. Possibly the single worst designed area in any Souls game. Possibly any FromSoft game. At least in this genre. I don't know about Armored Core. Never played any of those. As much as I was into Robot Wars and BattleBots when I was younger, Max never really caught on for me. I think they would have. Also surprised we never really got a good modern robot fighting game. Beep, beep. I mean, yeah, there's plenty of mech games out there. Or at least a good number of quality ones. Oh. Shit. But outside of like one game from 2004, we never got a good robot combat game. It's not like it has niche appeal either. Tiny turbo death machines smacking each other is timeless entertainment. Someday. Maybe someday. Boink. It's just one of those dream games I want. I know it would make childhood me very happy. We're gonna try running through again. Didn't work last time, but it'll work this time. If only because I know for a fact. Ow. Ow. Utilizing a previously failed strategy has never ended poorly. Right, gotta have to castle after me, never mind. Bonfire? Yay. And I think I may have passed the point of where I wanted to go. I do believe I did. Where was Lower Garrison? No, Lower Garrison was the Malcolm the Invader. Whatever his name is. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this the hard way. As if anything in this game is done the easy way. Yep. That was a hit. Bump bump. Look, I can also try a Dwarf Fortress stream. That's a game I haven't touched in a long time. Not as war crime ready as RimWorld, but certainly much more complex in other areas. I guess for this round we are just gonna kill everything. Leave nothing alive. It is a stealth mission. Wait. So you go from... I may need to look up a map. Just so I can remember which direction is which. As well as is best DLC, it does kind of loop around on itself a bit too much. Or areas look a bit too samey. Like, yes, I know it's castle walls. And more castle. They could have, like, I don't know, painted the floor a different color. You have been successfully... you dead. You died. I didn't... Ha 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 ha. Bump. Ba-dum-bump bump. Still doing good. Ow. Big ouch. Remember, this is a stealth mission. If everybody's dead, nobody can report you. Therefore, you have successfully snuck your way through. You can't argue with hard logic like that. Yeah, you need to come this way to get... I'm on the right path. Right, press the door, press the door. Shrink. Come here. Come here, you. Hey, go away, you. I guess in a tier list of the boss weapons, Wrathful Axe doesn't seem high up on that list. I don't know, it seems to be underperforming to what I expect. Maybe that's just me. Underperforming is a way of life. Shit. Aha, I am outside your aggro range. Never mind. And I still leave him with like a sliver of health. I do remember lightning being nerfed into the ground. I think that was something that happened. It was just too good. He couldn't handle the style of the zippity zaps. I don't know, I never played it. I didn't play it when Dark Souls 2 first came out. God. I don't think I need to do any of this at all. Yeah, don't... I didn't need to do any of that, just... let me back around here. Wait. Wait, never mind. I did find... Okay, I found something. I swear, I'm not trying to drag this out. If I was, I'd be doing the co-op areas. Now that would be wasting your time. You know, wasting it any more than I already have. Ooh, Flex Now Sentry. Hello there. You must be absolutely miserable in this climate. Reptiles and cold weather do not mix. Pitiful. Absolutely pitiful. Splintering lightning spear. You are more disappointing than I am. Well, maybe you can shine us in one circumstance. Maybe you're more of like a crowd control weapon. Miracle. Rather than a damage one. Okay, you missed. It missed nearly every shot. The one that did hit only did 72 damage. I want a refund. I want a refund on this free item I got. Do an effigy. Yeah, smarter than you look. Oh, that's smart. Yeah. Really stop acting like miracles have a good offensive option. And it's primarily known for being more of a healing and buffing type thing. Garrison Ward Key. Who's Garrison? Ah, the Bone Fist. Let's see, can I do any of the special moves on it? Yeah, that's standard attack. Yeah, the sprint attack is a drop kick. Horrendously impractical, but very funny. You know, assuming you manage to hit anything. Leg sweep into a punch. Yeah, I think if you're able to power stance to Bone Fist and another fist weapon, you can do a Hadouken. I think, but I cannot confirm it. Gonna get rid of that. And go get one more level.
Bearer of and
More health points to lose. But everybody needs. Okay, this should be the way I go for... Oh. Really the only way left. There's only one path. It's not a fake wall. That was a jolting blow. Or gelding. Castration. Castration strike. Damn it. I thought I was far enough away. The eyes in the back of my head have failed me yet again. Go. A single life gem. Ah, yes. The entrance to Horsefuck Valley. It starts with a sleigh ride. Why am I doing this? The frigid outskirts. So every co-op area has like its own little gimmick. This area's gimmick is that you can't see. And it's also a wide open, just tundra. Not even a tundra, just wide open plain of snow. I don't want to go there. Nobody does. I just thought I'd show you so you can get an idea of how terrible it is. Plenty of other reasons too. Like the respawning horse enemies. Really screwed up there, haven't you, FromSoft? Oh, there's a way to get there. I never frickin' remember it, though. I think I might have found it. Jump. Nope. Can't jump down. If I jump down there, I'm just gonna get put with the... Shit. Okay, maybe it's further this way. That would make sense. There. No. Yeah, she's got an icicle. Yeah, he has a spear and a shield. Okay. Okay, I think I'm... Or unless I... I feel like I've been in a spot earlier. I mean, I could just say, fuck it. And fight the bosses only 3 of the nights. This place does not connect up the way it should. And by the way, connect up the way it should, I mean the way I think it should. Which is obviously better. Because I've dabbled in level design. I can make a competent Dark Souls level. Maybe not a good one, but... Look, it'd be no poison swamp, okay? That's already a step up. Here. Oh. You know, it's further down, but how the heck do you even get there? Yeah, at this point I'm just gonna run through the entire area and again. It's the only sensible option. Because I want my 4 knights. And if all else fails, I have the power of the internet. Got this one. Staircase up this way. That kicks me back here. So it has to be like the last bonfire. Right? The one knight sitting in a cell waiting for me to show up. When he could leave at any time. And make my life a bit easier. Why go do something like that?
Many of a Leam noise, but not one of the king, but it the night one. Many, but not the king, but it the knights one.
One who'll guide them into chaos. My mind is already chaos. Yeah, there's one more chair. And the party can't be started until I get my 4th guy. I'm feeling really dumb at the moment. Dumber than normal. That opens up. This leads to cave with leopard seal. Did I miss an exit? Pathway. No, because this would lead back around to where the snowball was. Unless there's a branching path. And this takes me back out to the courtyard. I remember feeling like the first time I played through this, and a second or third time, never quite felt like I discovered where that knight was. I just kind of accidentally wandered upon him. Fall in the pit, fall in the pit. I ain't gonna fall in the pit. Is there a pathway here? No. Going in circles. And this just leads back up to Snowball. No, I'm not looking anything up. I'm not looking at a wiki. Assuming it ever loads. Which I'm definitely not doing. Why am I looking to the side? Well, that's where my other computer other monitor is. So when I turn my head like that, I'm looking over at it. Bonfires. Here we go. Just going surrounding a chest. You need to start at the abandoned dwelling bonfire. Run until he reached a rampart, then down the staircase that was blocked by ice. What staircase blocked by ice? Abandoned dwelling. Go to the ramparts. And go down a staircase. Like very easily. Okay. Run until I reach the ramparts, then go down a staircase. Oh shit. Ow. Big. No. Only I'm allowed to heal. God damn it. Or backstab hit detection is a little bit off. Down the staircase that was blocked by ice. Yep, homeless lady. What am I looking at? Definitely not the wiki. Wait, is it different ramparts? Okay, no, that's just a dead end. That's fine. Shit, shit, shit. Ooh, Rampart Golem leggings. They're blue. Down the staircase that was previously blocked by... Fuck. Wall bonfire. The route to her is accessible after... Oh, oh. Okay, I think I might know. I think it's one of those strange side paths you can easily miss. I imagine most people, or assuming anybody actually watches the VOD, they're gonna skip right past this part. My god, I hope they do. Wait, no. What the hell am I doing? Accessible after defeating Ava. From inner bonfire to the night very easily. Unlock the shortcut. Rampart with the ballistas. Jesus Christ. That would have been a nice important detail. For you to mention Wikidot. No, I thought you were just superior wiki. I feel cheated. Yeah, a staircase covered by ice. The rampart's not particularly descriptive. A bunch of shit is covered by ice. So it should do a series of broken wooden floors. This is a tiered system. And indeed it is. That's what I was missing. Not drops into death here. Something I always miss. Because why would I look down a pit? That seems like it'll just kill me. It's common sense you'd ignore the things that kill you. But I need to be using uncommon sense. Possibly rare sense. Yep, there's a... I never went down this way. At no point did I ever think to go down this way. Because I thought it connected to something I already explored. Jesus, okay, don't die. You made it this far, don't fuck it up now. Oop. Right in the jimmies. Ring of Resistance +1. What does it resist? Poison, Bleed, Curse, and Petrify. The 4 things that aren't really worth resisting. I mean, maybe poison is worth resisting, but that's only for like a few specific areas. Lee doesn't crop up enough to be a concern. So does Petrify. And Curse is a joke. Mimic. So thanks for the free jewelry. I'll give it to Mirabelle. I think she liked the rocks. The very shiny rocks. Yep, this is where I need to go. God damn it all. And this will unlock that shortcut. Yep, right below where the eye was found. My expression is unchanging, but I am deeply annoyed. Castaway Witch Donna. I'm gonna burn you at the stake, Donna. Oi. Good of you to interrupt. Oh no, you made it so I can't cast spells. That's really gonna hurt me. Bitch. You too. And there's our fourth and final night. You know, maybe I'm reconsidering this as being my favorite DLC. We'll put Iron King as my favorite. I forgot how annoying that whole search is. Okay, get in another level or two. Maybe go buy a bunch of life gems. And then we can fight the boss. Wait, wrong button. Hello, pretty lady.
Bearer unto
Yeah. 30 vigor. Bong.
You?
I have 7 life gems.
Thanks.
Because that's the maximum amount I can carry. Okay, now to fight one of my favorite bosses. Both in terms of his gimmick, his fight, and for sheer spectacle. He's cool. I like him. I like him very much. You got your 4 knights. And you enter and fall down a hole. Welcome to the old chaos. It's pretty gnarly. Yeah, so you don't actually start off fighting main boss. You gotta go work through his goons first. Luckily, if you have all the knights, they'll sacrifice themselves to close the gate so the enemies don't spawn as much. What was that? Kind of gives this as like a wave survival feel to it. That's why I wanted all 4 knights. There's only 3 gates, so you get an extra. Want something? What? And while your knights are tough, they're not invincible. But this is a great setup for a boss. Especially in endgame one. Ow. Oh, and enemy knights are also pyromancers. Your guys do have sorceries, though. So it kind of evens out. And there are some NPC summons if you need them. Or just feel like bringing in a whole crowd. This sort of group fight mechanic is never really seen in a Dark Souls game. Which is kind of a shame because it's pretty damn fun. Granted, the combat system isn't really built around it. I'm also getting my ass kicked. I'm starting to think you can't backstab them. Okay, all gates are closed. We have one knight remaining. And I don't know if that healed him, but oh well. Oh, here's best part. What? Cue the music. And he makes a grand entrance. The Burnt Ivory King. Look at that, he did a backflip. Look at that, I think I'm dead. No, I'm not. That's surprising. Damn, shit. Yeah, I think in terms of sheer spectacle, he's pretty hard to top. Let's see. I can't think of any other bosses that have as much like a visual show as he does. You can also summon an archer. He won't do anything, but he's there. And yes, if you die, you have to start all the way from the beginning. That's not really a bad thing. And honestly, by now you're probably just used to starting from the beginning for everything. Okay, they cannot be backstabbed. Confirmed. Thank God there is no friendly fire either.
We are under attack.
Lucy and Lament, thank you for the raid. I'm currently getting my ass beat. A woo raid. A woo. Take my time. I'll take my time getting my ass beat, but welcome in everybody. We're currently on the final boss of the Dark Souls 2 DLC for Ivory Crown. I should have prepared a speech or something by this point. Never think to do that. Anyway, what were you up to? What were you doing? Yes. Playing Dark Souls 2 is good enough for a speech. Playing some Fatal Frame 2. I've heard of that one. Oh, I've heard of the series. Never got around to trying it myself, though. I'm not exactly a brave man. God damn. What part of the game is this? This is part of the Ivy Crown DLC. And this is the final boss of that DLC. They're really fun games, not as stressful as a lot of survival horror, too. I played some survival horror stuff. The first Silent Hill and the first 3 Resident Evil games. The originals, not the remakes. So maybe I'll look into that come October. Nice, looking forward to it. And thank you for the follow, Lucy and Lament. I don't say your name right. Stunned. Or staggered. Oh, my boy. Yep, 100% correct. Hey. Ow. Uh-oh. Nope, not dead. Now I am. Oh no, you're sorry. Nah, don't be sorry. You didn't do anything wrong. I just keep overestimating the power of my halberd. to think of it. Try my mace. Allows me to be a little bit more nimble. Okay, guys, you ready for part 3? Or 4 or 5? Whatever number of attempts this is. Beep, beep. So, who wants to sacrifice himself on the portal? Frank? X times the charm. One would hope so. Okay, so heavy attacks are comparable to my normal halberd. Yep. Yeah, kick his ass, Gregory. Hey, free soul. Okay, that's good. I really wish this sort of group fight mechanic was done more often in Dark Souls. It'd be a nice change of pace from some of the normal boss fights. Because I have seen some of the ones in Elden Ring. And good God, it kind of turned the game into a bit of a bullet hell. Yes, the power, the pose, and the presence. Backhand. Backflip. Showing off all your fancy acrobatics. Oh. Nope. Nope. Uh-oh. My organs. I need those. Would have been funny if the knight killed him right then and there. Doubt it would have counted for the fight. Still be funny. I think I just need to learn to dodge everything. How considerate of whoever to disable fall damage for that point. My brain is turning into mush. Can't think. Must smack. We may unga bunga a bit, but we also praise Jesus. Because for some reason I decided making it a faith build was a good idea. This isn't it. And this isn't it. Damn it. And this isn't even a good faith build. In fact, it's quite subpar. There we are. Yeah, you got a helmet. Neat. Okay. Which one of you is gonna throw yourself out the gate? Enter villain. Cue music. Doing good there, Johnny. Just keep him distracted. Oh shit, Johnny's dead. Must remember what I learned from Fume Night. Not that. Bad timing. Ivory King, please. No, that's just him being him. He's definitely one of the most enjoyable boss fights in Dark Souls 2. Maybe the whole franchise. I mean, certainly my favorite. It's really cool, a little wonky. I mean, I kind of described Dark Souls 2 in general. The game is really cool, but goddamn can it be janky at times. Or just a lot of really questionable decisions. And I think that was like 80k I lost. Totally fair. Yeah, I mean, if somebody says they don't like Dark Souls 2, I wouldn't really need them to explain why. Because of how different it is from the other two games. Might be your favorite Souls game, but it's certainly an odd duck. Well, that's what happens when the original director leaves halfway through development, and they have to bring in a new guy to try to scavenge the pieces. This game did not have a happy development period. Doing much. I mean, I know there's probably some people out there who absolutely refuse to play the game because of the existence of agility. And how the iframes are tied to one of your stats. But the game never tells you that. Unfortunate, but it ended up being a little magical. For everything it got wrong, it also got a lot of things right. Like, in terms of a whole package, it is the weakest, but in terms of individual areas and DLC content, it's stellar. Totally, yeah. This is one where you more have to look at the individual pieces than the whole package. Hey, no punching. Use your weapon. Like a civilized person. We're trying to kill each other like civilized people. Okay, gotta watch the gates come up. Some pants. And a soul. And can one of you guys go throw yourselves into a portal? Thanks. We're about to have a much larger problem on our hands. Shit, get greedy. Don't get greedy. Oh, you staggered him. Good work, Bartholomew. Whatever your name was. Oh shit, he's dead. This is why you don't know to memorize the names of your cannon fodder. Been a bit wasteful with my healing. Chip. Oh, his buff wore off. Damn it. Okay, just one more hit. Take your time. Hey. You chose the worst possible option. Nice. Thank you. And that is pretty much the entirety of the Ivory Crown DLC. You love the healing discipline? What discipline? Crown of the Ivory King. Faint heat lingers in the ancient crown. Oops, wrong button. Waiting for really safe spots to pop them. For them... I mean, I do try to wait for safer points, but sometimes you end up panic healing. Crown of the Ivory King who once ruled this land. Far to the north, the king built a great cathedral to oppose the raging flame. But when he sensed degradation of his soul, he left without a word, leaving everything to Alsana, who had unbeknownst found a place at his side. But these were events of long ago, and today no one even remembers the king's name. How tragic. So for the most part, that is the entirety of the Ivory Crown DLC, outside of the cursed co-op area in Horsefuck Valley.
You've granted my one wish. Now, I have no regrets. I was born amidst the dark. Long ago, in the depths of the abyss, my father perished. The dark shattered into tiny pieces, one of which was me. How frightened I was. A frail thing, born from but a splinter of dark. I felt that I might simply disappear. I am, in fact, the incarnation of my father's fears. I saw that the king of this land was strong. I sought him only to sustain myself, to smother my fears. Now, I realize that he may have known all along. I was born of fear, and my Lord provided comfort. And so, here I remain, heiress to my Lord's wishes, watching over chaos. Until the end of time. The Knights of Aleum Lois were swallowed by the chaos, where their souls still remain. I pray for their deliverance. The Knights of where there's I pray for.
Alright then, and you do have the option to go back down and get the Souls of More Knights. You did get a reward out of it. Oof, the valley. Yeah. The valley is, possibly the single worst area in any Souls game.
Bearer until
But then again, none of the co-op areas in the DLC are really any good. Which is funny because they were used to promote the DLC to people who didn't own it, like, hey, here's a teaser. Maybe you should buy the rest. And you get something And you get like some CBT area. Not the best idea there, FromSoft. Let's see. So one last thing I want to do tonight before I go ahead and wrap up. Is that did take a bit longer than I anticipated. Because I wanted my 4 nights. I couldn't find them. Mountain Dew room. I wish they may expand more on this area. I'm hoping it would be like a Resident Evil mansion. But Dark Souls and fantasy. No, it cannot handle the thickness. Fancy rock. Yes. The piss basement. Anyway, time to fight a dragon. No, excuse me, it's a wyvern. Now, some people get really pissy about their fantasy taxonomy terms. Shit. Maybe we're not locking on for him. Get down here. Get down here. Stop using your natural advantages to your advantage. Wait, did he just ragdoll? Normally they aren't. I don't think he was supposed to do that. Well, anyway, that's a guardian dragon. A little speed bump boss. See, any items? Ooh, one item. dragon scale. I can use that to get the weight of things, because it's a scale. Yeah, at that point somebody would have thrown something at me. Oh, now we're near the top. So we're gonna find another sunken lava castle? And so we got the Dragon Airy. And this lady. Hello, Shallot. Whatever your name was.
Bearer of the curse. Long have I awaited one such as you. One who might shatter the shackles of fate. One who can set me free.
I don't know, you seem pretty free
Bearer of the
yourself.
curse. It was my own manifestation that led you here. The ancient dragon has watched over the world for eons past. Take this. Do not resist. The dragon welcomes you.
Oh, so I could get my hands on a dragon's greatest treasure. Wink nudge. I'm sorry, that was terrible. Alright, I think that's where I'm gonna go ahead and call this stream. It is a bit past 2 in the morning for me. Definitely managed to finish off Ivory Crown DLC and get started on Dragon Airy. Now it's pretty much just a sprint towards the end.